Hi guys, welcome back. In today's video I'm going to be giving you like 17 or something like that top tips on how to survive the winter as a horse person, a equestrian, horse owner, whatever you want to call it, because it is very hard. You get rain, you get mud, you get dirty. It's impossible to keep your horse clean. It's basically impossible to keep anything clean. Like mud ends up everywhere. I'm going to give you some top tips that some are really weird, some are quite obvious, that might help you get through those harder months. So let's go into it. Number one is on the human, and it's insulated or like waterproof. So number one is insulated or like slash waterproof leggings or jodhpurs. So like if you have like keeps you so much warmer, and if you can find the ones that are waterproof or like waterproof trousers, then they are totally a lifesaver, because you can just take your waterproof trousers off and you are completely dry underneath. Or if they're like leggings that are waterproof or jodhpurs that are waterproof, like built in. I've never tried those, but I have a feeling they're really cool. Number two is a good coat to keep your top half nice and warm. So there's like these equestrian coats. It's like, I think they call it Equidry, and they have like a zip on the front that you can like open, so when you're riding, I've heard quite good things about them. Or maybe even two or three, because then you can have like maybe one for if it's warmer weather but it's still raining, just like quite a thin one like really thick one, and one kind of in the middle maybe. Number three is lots of gloves. I don't know if it's just me, but my hands get so cold I actually can barely bend my fingers. Like this year I was a bit more prepared for the winter. I found these good gloves that's like, they're waterproof but they're like insulated on the inside, so your hands keep so warm. So I definitely recommend those. Number four is good socks. You can get like socks that like are like heated. They're like really cool. That I find is that if you put two pairs of socks on instead of one thick pair, two pairs of socks like heats your foot up a lot more. I don't know why. And that leads us straight to number five, and that is layering. But I find that having like lots of different layers keeps you warmer than having one or two really thick layers. I don't know why. Like sometimes I wear like two or three, like maybe two tops and then like a jumper and my coat, or maybe even two jumpers, and like that makes me a lot warmer than having one super thick coat. Number six, this might be a bit of a weird one, but I find that it does help a lot, and that is keeping your hair out of your face. So if you have long hair now, and if you're pooping, or not even pooping, if you're just like walking around the yard, grooming, doing anything in the yard, and your hair is in your face, like, and it just gets wet and it sticks and it like gets in your mouth or in your eye, it's just so uncomfortable. And then with your wet hand, that sometimes your glove might have horse poo on it or mud or wet, and just wiping it just makes it even worse. Face, you could use a hairnet or a hairband or anything that just keeps your hair out of your face. Seems like a really obvious one, but for me it actually helps quite a lot. Number seven is good footwear. So I'd say having a few different pairs of like boots. I think you can get like insulated wellies that sort of not heating, but like, I don't know, it just keeps your foot warm. I should probably try that this year. Number eight, this one is a little bit more posh. I don't have this. I wish I had this, but I don't. It's a lot of money, but horse shower, which it's like, from what I know, it's like kind of just like this like thing that's number nine is a head torch. So it's like a torch that like is like kind of built into a headband, so like it goes on your head, and then wherever you look it just like shines for you, so you don't have to hold it. So that is really helpful. And number 10 is hand warmers. You can make these at home. I think they're better if you buy them. They're like better quality and they stay warm for longer, but I've made a few, and you just put them in the microwave and then they're like really warm, and you can like, sometimes I put them in my shoes to warm up my boots before I ride, or in my gloves, just while I'm doing stuff I have them in my gloves. I mean, it does put a bit of a lump, but I mean, it works. To the horse, so this is a bit more sort of stuff for the horse for winter, to keep them clean and stuff, but then towards the end it does kind of go back to human stuff, so sorry about that. Oh, I've started from number one again. Oh, so there's way more than 17. So the way I've written this is just really complicated. So yeah, for the horse, number 1. Now this is kind of weird. It'll kind of make more sense as I go along. But in the winter, you kind of have to decide if you're going to keep them clean, if you're going to try and keep them clean like if you do shows, or you don't. And I've kind of gone for I don't, just because like they're horses, they have their normal winter coats, they can go out in the field and they have their own coats, they can get muddy, it's what they enjoy. And for me, it's not a huge problem if Chino's muddy, as long as like he's not so muddy that like the saddle will be uncomfortable and that he's uncomfortable. So here's a few things that can help you to keep them cleaner through the winter. So number 2 is to stable them. So if you have a stable, then that helps a lot because it keeps them out of the mud, out of the rain, so it'll keep them dry and cleaner. Although something I find is that Chino always likes to lie in his poo, so make sure to have like, I don't know, a thick bed or just something to try and keep them from lying in their poo. Number 3, which is I think this is like probably one of the best ones, and that is rugs. So I know some people go completely crazy with rugs. At the moment, I actually don't have any waterproof rugs. But yeah, number 4. Now this one doesn't make very sense. I don't know what I was thinking when I wrote it, because I wrote this list a little while ago. And it says clean warm water. So I think that means like, I don't really know. I'm kind of confused of why I wrote that. Like, probably it means like have warm water to clean stuff with. Like, I don't know, it makes no sense. Let's just skip that one because I have no idea what it means. Try and keep organised, that's number 5. If like your riding boots are just kind of chucked on the floor, if like when you finish riding you just like chuck your bridle in there and put your saddle on the floor, then it's going to all get very muddy and could get mouldy. So try and keep things as organised as possible, which is hard because it's quite hard if you don't have a proper tack room. Like me, I just have a shed, so it's a very small space to keep quite a lot of things, so it is hard, guys. Number 6 is do things by priority. Like, do things kind of what's more important. It's more important to give your horse a clean stable than that they look. Yeah. Number 7 is do things in advance. So let's say if you have a show tomorrow, then maybe pack your stuff the day before or a few days before. Like, do the stuff that you can do before the day. Like, maybe don't bath them because then they'll just go and roll anyway before that. All the stuff you could do beforehand, do it soon so that you're not rushing last minute. Number 8 kind of goes with the last couple, and it's do stuff when you can do it. So if maybe nice weather and I really wanted to do this but I was waiting for nice weather, then do it now. Like, make the most of the good times that you have. Like, number 9 is set the fields to beat the mud. So that means kind of like because this is our first year this is our second year with horses in the winter, so we're kind of still experimenting a bit. So what we've done is we've kind of halfway through the track we've put like a fence, so that the top half is for the winter. One, because it will drain better, so there'll be a bit less mud, and also the kind of the winter and the summer, not paddocks, because we don't really have paddocks, but like the summer and winter like fields or like place where they go is a bit different, so that it's like not muddy and the grass can grow back a bit. So I would definitely recommend that. And this is kind of going back to the humans now. Number 10 is having a scarf. So this is definitely good for like if you're doing jobs. If for when you're riding, I don't know if it'll be a bit dangerous. Like, we're always taught this in Pony Club, that don't wear anything around your neck and like don't wear a hood, because if it gets stuck on a branch while you're riding and your pony spooks, it could like strangle you. So I don't know if you can get like breakaway scarves that like if you pull they just like pop, or like, I'm not really sure, but I think you could probably like definitely use it for like just doing jobs, poo picking, stuff like that. Having a hat. So other than your riding hat, like those like fluffy ones, or a hood. So like if you have a coat with like a hood like this, like a hood like this, like yeah, and warmers. So like there's like, I haven't tried them, but I've actually ordered one online. I'm gonna try because I feel like they'll keep your ears warm. And also, if you're riding and it's windy, I hate it. I don't know why. I just hate it. The sound of wind, like blowing in your ear, and like it's just, I hate it so much. So I'm hoping that the earwolves will sort of like block out. So the coldness on your ears, because like your ears get so cold and it's just like so weird. Like no one would think of their ears, but you know, it's just so uncomfortable. Anyway, number 13 is, I'm not 100% what it's called and I don't know how to say it, but it's like, I think it's called like a snood or something. I don't know how to say it. It's like you put it on and it like kind of covers like here. It's kind of like a scarf, but you can lift it up and it can like go all the way up here, like just up so that your eyes, or you can have it so it's covering your nose, or like you can just wear it like a scarf. And I think that they like keep your face like warmer, and like I think it could help keeping the wind out and like drier. And like I don't know. But yeah, I've also ordered 2 of those, so I'll let you know when they arrive if they're good. Now, number 14 is really weird. It's really weird, but it works, and I've done it and it's actually really helpful. So that is, if you have wet riding boots and you're going to ride, but your riding boots are still wet from the previous ride, and you can't be... Sorry, my camera person is laughing because she knows exactly what I'm about to say, because she was with me when we did it the other day. And you don't want to put your wet riding boots on, and that is, you can get you can get plastic bags and put them on your feet, and then it like it's really weird. Like, get plastic bags. You can probably get some sort of like proper socks, but I just use plastic bags on my feet and then shove it in the shoe, and it like actually keeps like the wet out of your foot. To start with, it feels a bit weird, but like after 5 minutes I got completely used to it, and I actually forgot that I had plastic bags on my feet. Obviously you don't want them to like be all the plastic sticking out, because that could spook your horse. But like if you cut it there and then like with your chaps over the top. So yeah, that's one of the really weird ones that's just so weird, and people would think that I'm just a weirdo for thinking that, but it actually works really well. So yeah. Number 15, I've sort of said this already, but don't wear your like nice riding boots in the mud. So like keep your like welly boots for the mud, and your riding boots that are like made of leather, those ones are the ones that you use for riding and not to get muddy. Number 16, oh, I've written that one twice, it's hand warmers, but I've already said that one. So number 17 is to clip your horse in the winter. It helps them keep clean, and also if like it's sort of for their welfare as well, because like if your horse is ridden a lot, then like when they're ridden they'll get sweaty, so it'll kind of help them keep cool. But then also with that, their natural fur won't be there to keep them dry and warm, so you will have to put rugs on them pretty much all the time that it's raining or bad weather, because otherwise they'll get cold and wet. So yeah, that is all of these. If you have any more tips, and especially if they're weird, I just love those weird tips like putting plastic. I just think they're so good but also funny. So yeah, if you have any more ideas that I could add to my list, or I could make a whole other video just from your tips, let me know in the comments. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed. I hope these, I don't even know how many they are, tips help. Let me know if they help you. Thanks for watching. Bye!